What up? It's your boy Darth back at it again with another video, and today we're here with Stone Ocean episode 15. Last episode was extremely well done, specifically in the animation department. I was taken aback by just like the visuals that was put on display in that last episode. The first two episodes in general have been really good visually, but JoJo is usually pretty good visually. It's just that those are some standouts, especially that last episode. So that's the good of that episode. Now let's talk about the bad, just for a brief moment, because I don't want to be too depressed. It seems like my dog Hermes is kind of out of there. We didn't really get confirmation. We didn't get the whole Hermes Castillo died or passed away at this time, blah blah blah. You know, we didn't get that type of stuff, right? But it does look like she out of there, right? We can't put it past this show. As we know, this show is very infamous for just killing characters. That's just the kind of show that is. So I can't put it past Hermes being dead. It does look like she died, but we didn't really get confirmation. We jump back to the starting point of, not the starting point, but where we started at the beginning of this batch, which is that Jolene is in solitary confinement and now has this new reinvigorated willpower to see the mission through. Now we just have to see whether it's going to lead to success or demise of a lot of people, right? So we're gonna get straight into it. If you haven't already, subscribe, like, comment, all the other stuff. If you're just a lurker, I appreciate you too. If you have any requests, whether it be more JoJo's Bizarre Adventure or something totally different, the best place in that in is always what the fuck is it? It's always my social media links gonna be in the description below. And if you want these episodes early or the full-length reaction to these episodes, you can subscribe to my Patreon. Link's gonna be in the description below for that as well. We also have a Discord if you want to talk more JoJo. We also talk a lot of other anime outside of JoJo as well, and anything else that we're watching on the channel. So with all that being said, let me get my headphones, make sure that they're on. Them bitches is on, and let's just get into it. Sports Max. This is true. Ah, okay. I suppose that there's no way for one human to prevent this. Huh. That is the way he says sports Maxu. Uh-huh. But see, here's the thing. Now that I understand how Sports Max is ooh. If he tried to revive it, what would it be? Oh. Shh. So where the fuck is it? Might just be like a rebirth of some kind. What the fuck? Oh. Okay. Uh-huh. Okay. Ooh, shit, you just gotta go through the fucking front door. Oh, who the fuck? Right, you. I completely forgot about him. Like, why? No. Okay. Narcio on Narcio. Oh, what the fuck? That kid. He was like cute but looked like a grown man. Uh-huh. He disassembled a person. Uh-huh. Oh shit. Disassembled a person. Oh my god. Jesus. So but yeah, but I mean we could use help. I'm not sure if he's gonna fuck with us for real. Fuck, man. I don't see unless he has like a reason. Right. That's what I was gonna say. The only reason he would help is if it has something to do, if it benefits him in some way, right? Okay. Well, maybe he just fuck with her, her conviction. Okay. She, he just really fuck with her. Okay. I mean that technically means that, yeah, he has something to gain. Okay. What? What the fuck? What did that do? Oh, wait, why was that kind of fucking hot? Wait, what? Bro. Wait. Oh my god. What the fuck was that? Why was that kind of hot? That nigga was looking sexy as fuck when he did that. What the? Bro, what the fuck is? Which one was the weakest? Right. Oh. Survivor. Uh-huh. Okay. Oh shit. Oh. Uh-huh. I'm Uh-huh. What the fuck? Uh-huh. Oh, what? I genuinely don't know what the fuck's going on. The attack is mostly it doesn't humans nor can manipulate. Okay. Can I inflict pain or put someone to sleep? The stand does none of these things. It simply awakens.
人の脳の大脳変影系の闘争的な本能をほんのちょっとの力で呼び覚ますだけ。それ、僕にくれないか?
Oh.
もしいらないなら、スタンドだけ。能力だけ取り出して、ディスクで保管するという。
Oh my god.
それもいいかもな。適材適所。
Really? Okay, so this adds to his arsenal. Damn. Oh. Fuck. Oh, man. Ugly ass Giorno, bro. You think you him, but you not him. Also, yeah, I was about to say also you got duped. Boy, who the fuck is... Ain't no fucking way. What, bro? That's what y'all on? Oh shit! Oh no! You're dead, yeah. Oh shit, he already used it. He already used it. Ooh, that's a hard palette change. Man, it's a hard palette change. I ain't about to lie, this is crazy, but this is a hard palette change. Hang on. Is he gonna activate it again? Or is he still... Oh! Oh my god. Yo! Oh, fuck! Oh! What the? Oh, bitch! Oh! What the fuck is going on? What the fuck? Bro! He's out! What the fuck? Let's lead to the dogs. Let's stay trample under. What? Turn. Oh. 4. Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh fuck! Oh shit! He turned it into a fucking battle royale. Who the fuck are y'all, nigga? What the fuck? What, bro? What did? Huh? It's a fight club. It's fight club time. Let's go, brother. No, oh, bro. That shit was fucking insane. What did I just watch? What did I just watch? No, motherfucker. God damn it, shit. Fuck. Netflix. Oh, God. Oh, my God. Netflix. And it's half my fault. Was there? There wasn't. Damn. Still kind of mad I didn't get to listen to the whole song. I won't, though. Oh, my fucking God. God damn it. Fuck, that's I'm mad. God damn it. Okay. That was fucking cold. I don't know what okay, hang on. Whoa. Back it up. Back it up. What the fuck? What the fuck? Okay. That was wild. First of all, that was wild, but there was a lot of exposition in this episode. This was one of those episodes where after I watch this episode, go back and like go back and like edit this episode, I'm gonna have to rewatch this episode. Like like in all reality, I want to say like I got everything, I got it all, bro. Like it's all in the night, but it's not. Like I heard them talking, I read everything, and I was like, look, these are some talking points for real. But yeah, lot of exposition. Now, let's try to talk about this episode and the exposition as best we can, because there is a lot to go off of. First of all, we get to a point, we go back to Sports Max or Limp Bizkit, Sports Max with Limp Bizkit. We get to White Snake specifically, not Father Poochie. You must keep in mind that Father Poochie is not, he's somewhere in there, but he's not giving away his identity. He didn't give away his identity to White Snake. Smart, because as we saw, Sports Max was killed. They would have saw Father Poochie's face in the memories, blah blah blah, and then they would have known who it was. That would have ruined everything for Father Poochie's plans. Obvious, that's like more an obvious like reason, right? But yes, White Snake's talking to Sports Max about first was him saying that he about like the population of the world and stuff. Like there's 30% planet and there's 70% water, saying that, you know, like there are a lot there's not a lot of land going around, right? There's not a lot of land going around with all the people that are on this planet, right? Kind of have to go back on what they were talking about though, because it was some real shit. And I feel like every time they had like an exposition in this episode, I had to like actually listen, not listen to it, but like reread all this shit, because it was actually some really interesting shit. The more the humans populate this earth, proportionately fewer of the other organisms can inhabit it. The total numbers of souls constantly remains fixed. Now, let's suppose that there's a way for one human to possess dozens, no, hundreds of hundreds of thousands of souls. What will this human see? What does the future hold for such a human? Right. Which which is kind of him having a bit of a like a monologue about his overall plan. And we've talked in at length about what we think the plan is, and with him bringing it back up here, it kind of leads it kind of gives a bit of it kind of lends a bit of credence to what I think it is, at least, because he makes the good points that if one person, right, if one person were to gain every soul on Earth, just hypothetically, if one person gained every soul on Earth, every soul, every memory, blah blah blah, what would that person see, right? And it's a question that we can't exactly answer in what's the word? Can't answer like specifically. We can't like answer in like this is factually what would happen, right? Because we're getting into like ethereal territory where things lose meaning in the physical sense, and things that there start to be unknowns that we're talking about, that we can't exactly fully understand, right? So, but what we can do is give you a broad term of it. And the broad term of what that would be is, as we have talked about over and over, is heaven, right? The end, whatever you want to call it. That is pretty much what that human would see, right? And the idea of that one human having all of those memory souls and all the other stuff, in seeing heaven, he could then probably shepherd or lead the entirety of the human race onto that heaven, that end, right? So it makes sense, like in general, it makes sense what he's talking about here. This is basically just him reinstating what exactly his plan seems to be, at least. So obviously Sportsmax is like, yeah, I don't know, it's interesting idea, I guess, but we don't exactly, who knows, right? That's basically his answer. But we go into the more important things of Dio's bone, where Father Pucci wants to revive it. Now, at first, when we first got introduced to Sportsmax at the end of the first batch, I wasn't 100% sure what they would do with the bone. I had my theories that it might be some form of necromancy, as what else would you do with a dead person's body part? And bring it to some guy and be like, I need you to use this. What else are you gonna do with it? Make soup? No, you're gonna try to revive whoever's body part that is, right? But then it came the idea of, how would this necromancy work? What kind of necromancy is it? What kind of power does this Sportsmax guy possess in order to revive this thing, right? Because obviously it wasn't going to be like a clean revival. It wasn't just it's me, Dio, again, it's your boy, what's good with you, right? It wasn't going to be like that. It was going to be something a little bit different, right? And when we saw how exactly Sportsmax's stand power worked, it made me think that, well, first of all, is it making a copy, or is it making a reincarnation? You know what I'm saying? Like, is the stand itself copying it, or did the stand itself give birth to something? And it seems like the stand itself gives birth to something, so it is a reincarnation more than it is a copy. Now, even if this thing is a reincarnation or a mix of the two, copy and reincarnation, just like with a little bit more reincarnation in it, it does give birth to something, meaning that whatever he does with the bone, it has to become something. So that was my next question, which was, if he does use it on the bone, what does that bone become? Now we have to remember that this bone is obviously it is human. I say that with massive air quotes because it's Dio's. But Dio did start off human. We also have to remember that it's technically Jonathan's body too, but Dio had possession of it for so long that it's basically like, I don't know, like, I'm not a scientist, I don't know how that type of pseudoscience will work, but I'm going to assume that, like, enough of Dio's cells would merge with Jonathan's cells or something like that, to the point that it's basically Dio's body with a bit of Jonathan still in it, right? So keeping in mind that it is Dio's body, he's still a human, and the thing that carnation would actually become would also have to be human. Human. Just understand that I use the word, whenever talking about Dio, I use the word very loosely. So it would also have to take the form of a human. So when it disappeared and they were like, oh shit, where'd it go, dog? Where'd the bone go, right? obviously it was birthed into something, and whatever it may be birthed into had to be human. So most likely like a baby or it could be a bat. Nigga wasn't a bat. Wait, I'm thinking too much of him being a vampire. No, it's most likely got rebirthed into a mutant baby or something to that effect. And for and for whatever reason, well, not even whatever reason, it's still Dio's bones. So got loose. It eventually like kind of expedites its growth, and just runs off somewhere. So now we have technically a reincarnation of Dio, not Dio, but a offspring, reincarnation, a product of Dio, running around the jail cell, or the prison. Now, upon them realizing that it's free, it ran off, them looking for it, Poochie completely stops and he's like, "Yo, wait, nigga, that's not what we're gonna do. We're not going to we're not gonna chase it. We're gonna let it roam free, on God. Let it chill, right?" And at first I thought that what he was thinking is that since it is a product of Dio, it's going to seek out Jolene or Joseph's like memories. And because of the whole like Dio Joestar bond thing or whatever, so I at first I thought that was what he was alluding to, like, oh yeah, it's gonna go seek him out and then, you know, get the memories back. I got it and it's all good, right? But I don't think exactly that's what he was trying to say. So I think I also have to go back to that as well, because whatever, like I think I completely missed the point on that. That the bone is moving around by itself, but I can sense it. I can sense it's moving around close by. Search for it, get to it now, blah blah blah. Right. So remember his bone, or his bone, Jesus, his reincarnations are invisible, so they couldn't see it or whatever. But it was most likely just moving around by itself. So he says, hold it. This proves his theory, which there definitely is a way to get to heaven. Do not chase the bone, leave it be. Let his bone wander freely. I shall merely observe its movements. Then I will combine it with, hold on. Then I will combine it with JoJo's memory. I will learn the truth. I feel the bone's presence from the ultra security. Okay, right. So what the idea is that, yeah, I was totally off base with that. Is that he's going to combine it with his memories, and then learn the truth from that. Now, what he means by it, his Dio's theory being right, or that proving Dio's theory, I don't know what he means by that. Like, I say this time and time again. There are some things in this show, and in a lot of shows in general, that I'm just not smart enough to understand. But it is something that I will be thinking about going forward, because how exactly this proves his theory, I'm guessing he means the whole thing of going to heaven. I'm not sure. Unless he's talking about something that we didn't see as the viewers, that, you know, some conversation that we didn't exactly see as the viewers. Now, outside of that, let's get to something a little bit more fun. that nigga Anastasia, right? I think that's his name. What was his name? Anastasia? Narcio? Anastasia? Also, the man said his name was Narcio, and I don't like. It sounded really close to narcissist, right? I don't know if that like I don't speak whatever fucking language that man or whatever language that man's native tongue is, but it sounded like narcissist, and the way he was acting did seem very very narcissistic. He only cared about himself. He was like, nah, bro, I don't trust nobody. Fuck, it's just me, right? But this guy is fun, right? He is also, that's a handsome man. We don't exactly know we don't know like what his stand power is or whatever. He did something. But that's a handsome man. That's all I want to say. That man kicked the door, and for some reason, it was like the sexiest thing I've ever seen in my life. I'm straight as an arrow, but god damn it, that shit. I know a handsome man when I see a handsome. That was handsome. That was. I'm pretty sure he has never once in his life scared the hoes. Even he could try to scare the hoes, and he would not scare the hoes. That would. Hey, I don't know what more to say other than that's just a handsome man. That shit was hard. But he decides to help. He decides to help us. He obviously, I was saying to myself, like, he's not going to help unless he has a reason. Like, he's not going to do it out of the kindness of his heart, right? He's going to want something in exchange, and obviously he says, yeah, I'm going to marry Jolene. That's what I want. So as soon as I save her, like when I save her, I'm trying to marry that girl, right? Okay. No. But okay. As long as you're helping, that's cool. His stand power seems to be like a rebound kind of thing. I'm not 100% sure on what that was either. He kicked the wall. He kicked the door and like it kicked back. Once again, that's I'm not sure what the hell's going on with his like stand power either, or like what's going on with that. But okay, as long as you can help. But that was cool. It's good that we have his help. I really like his character design. It's really it's just really appealing in general, like the colors and the pink. Like people like characters with like pink hair for some reason when they're really well done, they are really fucking well done. Like you can make a very middling pink haired character, but this guy is the whole package on God. He's the whole package on God. So I really like his character design. It is really cool. As I said, his swagger and everything is really cool. I could see why the bitches loved him. It's quite obvious. His backstory being like pretty damn good with his hands. He's like really smart. He can take things apart and stuff like that. And eventually took some niggas apart, right? His girlfriend cheated on him, so I don't want to say that like you should kill her, but hey, that's tough. But I think he said some. I think my nigga said something about it, so they can never be together. Okay, yeah, right. But yeah, took him apart and stuff. That's some sick shit. Ended up helping us. That's cool. Not sure what his stand is again. Like he warped out of the room, but that's obviously because what's his name. That's kind of how what's his name's Imperio's power works. You just kind of warp out of the room. But whatever the whole door kicking back thing is, I'm not sure. I couldn't tell you That I've made some leaps in guessing people's ability before. Couldn't tell you. Something about rebounding or recoiling. So we get to my dog having this conversation with Dio, Poochie having this conversation with Dio, which is one of, I didn't know I wanted to hear this until they started talking about it. I'm not sure why. But and this was mostly just kind of telling us that he had this power, like telling us that my dog Father Poochie has this power in his arsenal. He either has it or he's given somebody the power in order to use. But what they were talking about, how like him asking, oh, what's the weakest stand that you've come across, is a really interesting question, because you expect somebody to, like, when met with Dio and just having a very calm and collected and casual conversation with this man about stands, you would think that the question that you would ask is, what's the strongest stand that you've ever encountered? Obviously he could be like, my stand, nigga, right? And that seemed like the more, that seemed like on brand for Dio, right? But instead he asked, what's the weakest? And he could have been asking in jest, or like in being like, I wonder what it does, like in curiosity or whatever. It doesn't matter. It's how Dio responds at the questions that he responds very maturely, right? I've never seen Dio as like an immature character, really, but I've always seen Dio as like a, let me rephrase that. This showed me just how mature Dio actually is. Like we've seen hints of Dio being like this before. Like we know that he's not like a big baby man, right? He's not like somebody he was drunk on power for sure, but Dio isn't like a fucking idiot. So when he explains to my dog Father Poochie that, hey, it doesn't really matter how weak a stand is, right? Like weak and strong are like very, you don't really rate that. Like you don't really think about that. You don't really think about like who is weak and who is strong. As he said, a king has its usefulness, so does a chef. They both kind of matter, right? And it was just an interesting conversation, because one, it's a level of maturity from Dio that it's not like something that I wasn't like, oh my god, I never would have guessed that's crazy, that, yeah, wow. But it's a level of a maturity that made the conversation more interesting than I expected. As I said, the whole conversation pretty much could have been just them saying, hey, I have this power, but or hey, I can find you this power, but it was just the whole, for some reason, it was just really, really interesting hearing about the guy who, or as his name was, Survivor. Hearing about how his stand doesn't hurt anybody, it doesn't put him to sleep, it doesn't do any of that. It's not an offensive stand, it's not a defensive stand, it's nothing, right? But it can cause a lot of damage. That's what I want to talk about, is that this sets up the potential of things not being like in the history of JoJo, we've always had to kind of fight crazy with crazy, right? Jotaro Dio, Jonathan Dio, Giorno Diavolo, Kira, Josuke. Like Kira's always like a special case, but even Kira, there was some wild shit going on, right? we've always had to fight crazy with crazy, but it's this almost seemed like a cautionary it almost seemed like a warning from Dio. He could see the the ambition in Father Pucci, but this story is more of a this story seemed more of like a warning to be like, listen, there are strong stand users out there. There are really strong stands out there, but there are also weak ones that will fuck your day up, right? And hearing about this stand user who apparently all they do is just make people angry, right? Kind of shows that like even when you have like this an overpowered stand that maybe White Snake, what's his name, the World, or Killer Queen, anything like that, like the whole idea of strength isn't exactly synonymous with winning. You can be strong and you can still lose, right? Also, just hearing about another stand user that seems so innocuous is just fun, because we're used to hearing about the really cold ass stands, but this one's just like, nah, this stand is just, it's okay. If anything, it's probably the worst that I've ever seen, right? But it can, cause a lot of damage. Let's see, where are we at in the episode? It's only the middle. God damn, I have like a fuck ton more to talk about. Okay, so that was a cool conversation to have. They get inside the facility or whatever. They talk about the whole thing with Survivor. That shit was really brutal, by the way. I did not expect that to be so brutal, but we get to this facility, and Jolene is obviously looking for the bone in her own way. We still see how committed she is to her mission, that she's like, yo, I gotta keep my strength up. These mushrooms, they seem edible. Fuck it, I'm gonna eat those, right? That's some wild shit. First of all, eating mushrooms off the side of a cot in a prison, that's wild shit. But once again, that kind of like reinforces how serious she is about headed towards her goal of like, this is my mission and I will do anything to complete it, right? But more interesting is that we then get to see Survivor put into action, and this is like kind of the shining moment of this episode. As much exposition stuff that was in this episode, this was for me one of the shining moments of the episode, because this was a serious, there wasn't a stand fight or anything. It was just two niggas brawling, right? And this was so fucking, like, it was really well animated, first of all, but it was so brutal and so well animated that like it was almost hard to watch. But it immediately changed the landscape of the battle by turning it into a basically a battle royale. As I said, the use of Survivor kind of made way for this fight, and they didn't skip out on the gore, first of all, but second of all, just as I said, the animation of the fight was really, really fucking good. I was hyped all the way through for that, and there wasn't even a single stand used. I think David I always forget the name. David Productions like kind of like hit this one out the park. or hit this fight out the park. And while I, they, it's specifically JoJo, right? While I don't expect to see like incredible like Sakuga moments, traditional Sakuga moments where like people are flying through the air and doing wild kick flips and shit. Like none, I don't expect to see any of that in JoJo. What really catches my eye in JoJo is fidelity. When it comes to animation, is that like the fidelity has always been really fucking good, right? And has always gotten better. So in this fight, I think that the whole idea of the like fidelity in the animation was like really put on display, because every punch, every hit, like even the battle rush that they did, they were just swinging at each other. That shit looked great. The fidelity was on point for this fight in this episode in general. Really enjoyed that. But now, as I said, we're in a battle royale. Basically, niggas are about to start fighting. People are probably gonna die. There are some cool characters shown that may not be characters for very long, because a lot of those people are gonna die too. But this also kind of throws a wrench in Whitesnake's plan as well, now that he knows that Jolene is searching for the bone as well. And that kind of proves proves dangerous for his mission. So now he's completely on the we gotta kill Jolene train. So this was a really fun episode. This was like I said, this episode had a lot of exposition that I'm gonna have, like, me personally, I'm gonna have to go back and kind of like not reread, but I'm gonna have to go back and rewatch this episode, because there was so much exposition that, like, I feel like there's something there that maybe I do this. That's pretty much what this entire channel is based off of, me overthinking things. But I feel like there's more there than I'm extrapolating for it, and extrapolating from it, and I feel like I want to know. So I might have to watch the next episode like ASAP. I know I said that I am gonna watch this week to week, but I really want to watch this episode. So I'm gonna see if I can actually stop myself from watching this next episode and actually like kind of rewatch this one, just to like get a fuller understanding of what exactly was going on, what exactly was said, because I don't know if more was added, or theories were just reinforced. But it was all very, very interesting to listen to. Honestly, if oh my god, my eye is like twitching. I don't know why. But honestly, oh my god, stop. What's wrong with me? Honestly, if I lost track of what I was gonna say. Motherfucker. Oh right. Honestly, if we had more episodes that were just straight up dialogue and just people talking about their beliefs and shit, I would be totally down. I'd be totally down with it. Specifically Father Pucci and Dio and people like that, because that is like some of the most interesting. So the most interesting things about this episode, and like part 6 as a whole, right? Like JoJo has been very good about like dialogue and people pontificating to each other and stuff like that. So whenever we get an episode that is so dialogue heavy, I wouldn't be mad at more. So this was good. This was a good episode. I really enjoyed this. It was a great episode actually, because the animation and the dialogue. What am I talking about? I'm doing crack. I'm gonna try not to watch the next episode. I'm gonna try, but I can't promise anything. So, with all that being said, if you haven't already, subscribe, like, comment, all the other stuff. If you're just a lurker, I appreciate you too. If you have any requests, whether it be more JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, something totally different, the best place to that in, it's always my social media. Link's gonna be in the description below. And if you want these episodes early, subscribe to my Patreon. Link's gonna be in the description for that as well. So, with all that being said, let me get my off button. There it is. You all stay amazing, stay safe, and take care of yourselves.